Hey Libra, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing our monthly reading, and this is going to be for March. Definitely stick around till the end because we'll be going through other topics, and you never know, one of those things might be something that you need to hear and or resonate with. Just know that if it doesn't, totally okay. Just come back for the next month. But just try to, whatever information I give you, try to make it fit in a place that makes sense in your life. Because again, this is just all energy. That being said, let's just jump in and see what our guides have to say. We'll start off with a vibe for March. What energy that we have for March? Let's do one more round. Okay, we got one. We need two more. That one's. And we need one more. There we go. So this keywords I'm going to pull out from these: renewal, enlightenment, preparation, resourcefulness, transition, insight. So I definitely get a sense of a rebirth, like something renewal, some changes happening. There's definitely transitions. So that's the month of March again. Preparation, resourcefulness. So you guys are almost like preparing for the next phase. This is like the transition month, and I think Gemini just had almost the same kind of energy. I think there's a transition phase that we're all going through right now. There's definitely a sense of rebirth or renewal, something coming to light that you kind of want to change, something new coming in, enlightenment, insight. There's something that you guys have been working on the month prior and maybe from the beginning of the year. And it's like you guys like put in the work and planted the seeds and watched it grow, because the preparation card, it's like you guys are preparing for this next phase. And it's almost like this month you're kind of asking, like, is it going to happen now? You guys are putting in the effort, and I just don't think it's going to happen in March per se. And we'll pull some cards and see whatever it is that you guys have been working on. It's happening. It's getting there. There's momentum. I think right now is just like going in the cocoon phase. Like if we're a butterfly, like we're going to have that change, because again, transition, renewal, there's going to be some kind of changes happening, but right now we're almost like in the cocoon phase. So let's go ahead. We're going to pull some topics. We're going to do first things that are going on internally. Then we're going to do work, career, hobbies, passion projects, things along that line. And then relationships, whether it be friends, family, partners, coworkers, whatever that is for you. But I always start with what's going on internally, because whatever happens in the inside, we kind of let it affect the rest of our lives, right? So if we have a bad day at work, we're definitely bringing it home, that kind of thing. So if we see what's going on internally and how we are feeling, we kind of tweak that so that we can align with what we want for our future energetically. So let's go ahead and just see what's going on internally for the month of March. Ooh, that's not it. I feel like someone else got this, but this is... And it's like, yeah, okay. We'll just go with this one because it's the same vibe, but I'm getting self-love. Someone else I think may have gotten this. I just feel like everyone's kind of almost going through the same energy this month, but there is a lot of self-love that's still needing to take place, and I feel like the last month was almost like a lot of people need to do that. And we're in such a go-getter, dog world that like it's almost like we don't have a chance to even take care of ourselves. But just know, like, whatever we're feeling internally, it's going to just bleed into the rest of our lives, whether it be career, work, family, love life, all of it. But I'm getting a sense of that this is like your renewal. Like you are almost going to be giving yourself this self-love. Like I think you guys know this, and you guys are kind of like in the transition of doing this because of whatever hard work you put in. It's almost like I need a break. And I think you guys acknowledge that and see that. And if you don't, then this is your guys kind of telling you need to do it. It's just, there's no way around it, because if we're not energetically at a plus, if the energy is not a plus, then that's what you're manifesting. So if you're on a low vibration, you're going to be manifesting low vibrational things. So if you can kind of take the time to love yourself and like bring that energy up, then you're just going to see everything come flowing in. So keep that in mind. So let's pull some cards. Let's get some more messages from your guides on that self-love. We got one more. Okay. So this is something that's been going on internally. Just keep that in mind. This is emotional aspect. We're not going to talk about the topics, but again, those other topics that are happening in your life is the reason why you're feeling this way. This is just not coming out of thin air, right? So I'm getting 3 of Swords, Ace of Wands, and 2 of Cups. I'm getting the sense of heartbreak, and it doesn't have to necessarily have come from a person. It could have been like something happened at work, something happened. There's just something that happened that kind of like broke your heart and like kind of left you shattered, a situation that left you shattered. And that's the thing that you were almost like pushing through. With the 2 of Cups, I'm getting the sense of needing balance in your life. Ace of Wands, an opportunity coming in that's going to spark your passions and adventure and whatnot. So there's a sense right now of like, I mean, there's just so many energies coming through watching this. The first and main thing is that you guys have been and are maybe still currently working through some kind of moment that shattered you and broke you into pieces. There was definitely an end to something, some information that you've gotten that was almost like not okay, that left you kind of like upset, like angry. Again, it doesn't have to be a partnership. It might have been. It could have been friends. Like you found out like someone lied to you, someone like talked behind your back. Just remember, like, again, general reading, places where it fits. It is that energy of heartbreak. It's just something that made you uncomfy, unhappy, like just feeling low. I'm getting a sense for a lot of you that there has been something that came in energetically. If it didn't come in, it is coming in. There's something that did spark your passion and is almost like breaking you out of this like funk. And there's just some sense of like maybe even confusion about what you need to do, but there is a need to have that balance. It could be like someone came in, a person came in and is telling you that this is the balance you need to kind of bring yourself back. I feel like that whatever this opportunity that has come your way, and again, this is divinely given. This was given to you because divine timing, you manifested it almost, and or you were aligned with it in some aspect. And like you were handed this opportunity, and it's whether or not you want to take it. And I think with everything that's happened, for a lot of you, you almost are taking it, but it's just like taking it slow. And this thing is showing me alignment. There's balance. And I'm also getting the sense that you need to balance whatever is going on within your life, and we may have so many things happening, with also taking care of yourself. And I think the guides are almost telling you, like, don't forget about you. Don't go back on the same path. Don't forget, like, you know, maybe there was like a sense of you kind of almost were like not having equalness in whatever that situation was. And it's like you need to also remember that you're important and need to be given 100% too. If like you're giving 100 and someone else or that situation was giving you 50, you know what you deserve. If you're giving 100, you should expect 100. That's what like your guys are almost saying, like the balance aspect. And like Libras, like we want things to be evenly balanced and keeled, like evenly keeled. Like, you know, there's just something about the fairness of it. And I think you guys are almost seeing that. I'm seeing that you do want to have someone or something or the situation be giving you 100 if you're putting in 100. It could be work, right? Like you could be going through, and again, this is not the topics. It's just whatever the situation on the outside that is happening is leaving you feeling like this in the inside. And your guides are seeing that whatever that situation is, that passion that's bringing you passion, maybe adventure and like new ideas and creativity, that is a net positive for you. And maybe it's a lesson for you to be able to balance, like, you also taking care of yourself and putting yourself first and making sure that this is right for you. So I see that happening. I see that the self-love and the work for that is taking place, and maybe this is what you need to continue doing for the month of March. I don't think, again, I said this for Gemini too, which you guys are both the same element. So just make sure you know that this is not the time to make decisions, but the time to take care of yourself and kind of see if energetically whatever the situation that was handed to you aligns with you in the moment. It might not. It might just mean that you're not ready, and that's okay. Your guides are seeing that it's in alignment, but it doesn't mean that you need to make that decision. And I think like giving yourself a month to kind of figure that out is totally valid and okay. So just keep that in mind. No one expects you, like when I give you this, like you don't have to make a decision right now. Like this is just guidance. This is a tool for you to be able to like see like, okay, yes, I align with that. That makes sense for me right now. Other opportunities will come if this one's just not it. Let's go ahead and bounce over to the work aspect. It could be career, it could be finances, it could be a passion project, it could be a hobby, anything that aligns with you. And if it's something that you don't want to like hear and you don't care for, just hang on. I will be doing the relationship aspect soon. Again, this is like energy that all kind of intertwines. So maybe there's still a message in here that you need to hear. So that's not it. There's two. I need one. Give me one. I don't know if this one's it. What is this one? Okay, so, ooh, interesting. So I'm getting the Champion, Achievement and Downfall. That's a really pretty card. So there's a sense, again, this is a transition phase, the achievement, downfall. I think there is, again, I'm said this in Gemini's reading too, so maybe you know someone or maybe that's who you're kind of like becoming close with, that it's almost like similar in the sense that this is not the month to be making any decisions. And your guides are saying like whatever's happening within like this career aspect, this hobby, this personal project, passion project, whatever the case may be that you put yourself out there for, they see the achievement in it, but it's like the scale. Like it has to be fair, it has to be even, there has to be balance. Again, the balance card here. There can be a downfall, and that's like the whole self-love thing. Again, balance. I'm going to put all this like together so that like you can kind of see this. The achievement is there. Whatever you guys have been working on, the achievement is there. There just needs to be a balance between yourself and whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. That is really super important. And I feel like I said this again with Gemini, is just trying to take it slow. There's a sense of like taking it easy. Don't go like crazy. I feel like if you are going above and beyond for something, that like you need to take the time to like go through it in a sense of not rushing through the project. Also taking the time for yourself and realizing that you can be burnt out if you keep pushing yourself. That is what that downfall is kind of showing me and telling me. But let's go ahead and like pull some tarot and kind of see if there's another message that, or any other message that your guys need to say. And this is all coming in March, so keep that in mind. Yeah. And we need one more. No, that's not it. Yeah. Let's see if there's another message. Maybe. I don't feel like that's correct, but yeah. Yeah. All right. So balance is out here again. So we have the three, that's an Empress. It's the third card in the Major Arcana. We have Empress, Four of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and Nine of Swords. So there's a lot here to kind of talk about here. So again, balance is here. Balance. This is the second time. And this is balance with this is finances. This is work, job, work-life balance. That's what I kind of get from this. There is a sense of putting way more into, and sorry, I'm going to do this too. The Nine of Swords. You're putting way more into this job than you are putting into yourself, which is like great that you're being an overachiever. I think that's beautiful. I think that like your job can recognize that, and I see the achievement is there, but it also comes with a downfall because you're not taking care of you. This is like stress, anxiety keeping you up at night. I feel like a lot of you guys might not even be getting the right rest at this point in time because you just like have so much on your shoulder. There is definitely an imbalance within whatever it is that you're going through in the work environment. And maybe you're doing a project that's like almost taking up, it's not even becoming fun anymore. It's like, or a hobby. It's not even fun. It's now a chore because it's like consuming your life in not a good way. Like you are almost stressing out about it at this point. And your guides are almost telling you that this is the energy. So the Empress is here. Four of Pentacles. It's almost like your guides are kind of telling you in order for this to work out, you need to have the Empress energy. That's one. This is like key. Like, yes, you're doing the work, but you also have to be open to receiving and not pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and going after it. Like, you are going to continue doing the work, but like you don't have to push it to that extent where you're burnt out. It's time for like be open and letting that possibility just happen and let it like unfold in the way that it needs to, instead of pushing for something to happen and then just absolutely pushing away because energetically like you're holding on to that. That's this energy right here. Like I feel like you guys are almost holding on to this like outcome that you want it to happen in a certain way, and it's absolutely pushing it away, and you guys need to be in this energy. So that's what your guides are almost telling you. So yes, at the end of the day, like you can keep pushing. The achievement is there. I see the achievement, but the downfall is there too. And the downfall is going to be within yourself. Like it's almost like, is it like is this the life that's like what you envision? Is this worth it to you? Because like I feel like you're sacrificing a lot of things for whatever this project or job or whatever. Is it like worth it to have that kind of experience and that kind of life for this kind of job? And not even like telling you to quit your job or do something different, because I don't see that. I do sense, again, with the sense of renewal, that this month, like the renewal enlightenment, you're kind of noticing that that's kind of the case right now in your life. And it, again, not a month to make decisions, but this is the month for transitioning and figuring out what that means for you. This is the month to introspect, to see what you align with. Like maybe like if you stay in the same job, you don't have to go ham. Like, you know what I mean? You can just take it down a notch, still do your job and be as productive. Just people don't expect you to go above and beyond. And I think you guys put that on your shoulder. I think you guys want to be as successful as possible. But maybe that job, like also the hobby or whatever, maybe that's something that like maybe you take a step away from. It's still going to be there. It's still going to be there. Just give it a break. I think that's, and there's a preparation phase here, right? The preparation card came out. You're almost preparing yourself that you are going to be taking the step back and seeing where that goes. So just keep that in mind. March is definitely there for the growth, the renewal, the rebirth, and it's going to be a lot of taking care of yourself because the burnout is there. So let's go ahead and see what's going on in the relationship aspect. Again, it could be friends, family, work. Doesn't, like coworkers, not work, but coworkers. Doesn't necessarily have to be a partner, but it can. Just remember, this is the energy. So place it where it makes sense. I don't think this one was it. Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like someone else got this card too. And it's like, again, energy. Everyone's kind of connected, whether you believe it or not, just a different storyline, you know? So this is soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. I feel like a lot of you guys are almost scared to lean on your other person or family or friends. I feel like you guys are in a phase of like, I feel like I have to do it alone. And there's almost like animosity around that. There's almost a sense of like, I'm going to just go within myself and be alone. And that almost like feels like it's causing like a sense of animosity. Like whoever you are in a relationship with, or if you're in a talking with somebody, um, or maybe you're single and you're dealing with some kind of trauma from the past. Like you feel like you're almost like having to have to deal with it alone, and it's not the case. I feel like a lot of you might be afraid to ask for help. I think there's a lot of pride. I think Libra, I mean, I think there's so much pride, and I think that's beautiful, but it's not something you need to ever accomplish alone. And I think that's, again, there's not a month to make decisions. If there's someone coming into your life, I think there's a lot that you have on your plate that you're dealing with. It could also be a bonding experience between you and that person to kind of open up, to kind of express yourself, not necessarily have to be super emotional, but just being able to express like, this is the situation I'm in and I might need someone just to talk to, or help me with this situation, make a decision, or just help me like do little things to make me feel like I don't have that much pressure on like my shoulders. So let's pull some cards and kind of see where that's kind of going, where a lot of you guys are kind of going with that direction. Because again, there's so many people going through so many different things. It's hard to like pinpoint exactly what every one of you guys are going to. It's just remember, energy. There's definitely going to be some common ground with that, but okay. Let's do one more round. Wow, they're just being difficult. Maybe I'm not asking the right question. Okay, let's try one more time. Yep, there we go. And of course, burden. That came out immediately. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys don't really want to even ask for help. I feel like you guys feel like you're going to be burdening other people. Oh, let me see if those were, I don't think so, but do one more round. Yeah. Okay, so first card that I'm just going to point out that came out, this is the 10 of Wands, right? Yes. That is the fact that you guys feel like you are a burden, or you feel like you're holding on to a burden. There's just like a mix of like, I don't want to burden anyone else, but I'm also getting a sense of animosity because everyone can see that I have this burden and nobody's like helping. So it's like, that's the thing. This is almost like part of the self-love. Like asking for help is self-love. And I think that's the fear aspect that we have around it. I'm also getting the Death card, Strength and Judgment. So again, there's a sense of rebirth in this situation. And I don't want, when I see the Death card, maybe you guys are, kind of have like a breakup or breaking up and realizing that this isn't the person for you, or, but the energy that I'm getting around the Death card, it is almost like an internal thing, that this is something that we've struggled with, like the self-love, asking for help. This is a rebirth within ourselves, realizing and learning and growing within ourselves. And this is going to strengthen whatever relationship that we're in just by going and asking for help and having someone like, not necessarily take care of our problems, but like hold our hand while we're going through it. And like that little gesture, like you don't understand how much that can change your entire perspective on the situation or whatever you are going through. And that again is going to, with the Strength card, be something that like you need to work, like really push through, because it's hard for you. And the Judgment card is almost like in order for whatever situation you're in, like, there's a mix of, like, everyone kinda being, like, maybe single, maybe thinking about dating. Um, I don't see, like, new people coming in. I'm not getting energy of a certain particular person, whether it be friendship or family, because I think a lot of this is, like, internal stuff that we're going through, and it's the energy of, like, in order to strengthen any relationship or create a relationship, you have to be vulnerable. That's what it is. I feel like you guys have been very, like, strong, and I'm getting, like, the rock almost coming into my head, like a rock formation, and, like, no one being able to penetrate those walls. I feel like there's a lot of past stuff with the judgment card showing up. There's some, like, past energy that's, like, you might have been working through, and it's like, are you coming to terms with those things that have happened? And am getting a sense of this month that is what is happening because, again, the self-love is here, like, you're working through. Sorry, I heard my dogs. Oh, they're over here under the table. I was like, I hear a big plop. So if you heard that, that's my dog. But I am getting a sense of there's a lot of stuff that is you're going through and learning through, and maybe it was in the past month because you're analyzing that and accepting it and realizing that you deserve more. Again, transformation and renewal, transition, insight, enlightenment. That's all happening currently in this month. And that's like the strength to be vulnerable. Like you kind of put a wall up because of the fact that you didn't process, the things that have happened. You're almost just like, okay, well, I'm just not giving anyone access. So, there for a lot of you, there might be someone in your life currently. For a lot of you, there's someone that's coming, like, all slightly coming in. Maybe you just started talking to them. Maybe you're not ready to date, and that's okay. Maybe this is a friendship situation, maybe it's a family that you're reaching out. This is all going to be a bonding experience and bring you closer and or find out that you guys aren't just not aligned and you can weed out the people that don't fit in your life. This is just again preparation, transition, renewal. This is not the phase, this is not the month to make any decisions. This is a month to go within, and this is an opportunity to have something grow in a relationship aspect, but in general, like work, like love you because you do come first. Love yourself. Don't be burnt out. Don't push something away. I feel like you guys are, with the work thing, the achievement is there. You know that that's there. But again, it's the failure that comes with it, the downfall is within yourself. And that's going to push away other opportunities. It's all about alignment. If we are at like a low energetically, like a low vibration, we're only going to bring in low vibrational things. So we want to take care of ourselves so that we're happy because happiness just brings things in, opens doors, and you see it just exploding. So keep that in mind. Your guys did an absolutely beautiful job kind of expressing all this stuff. So definitely thank them. But if this did resonate, definitely like and subscribe so you don't miss the next reading, which we will be doing a mid-March one, and then the following month, a few weeks later. But thank you again for coming back. I so appreciate you guys listening, and definitely have an amazing rest of the day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.